Hello. I hope everyone is doing okay. My name is Jasmine Adams, and I am the CEO of Andrews Company Incorporated. And so today I'm doing a debriefing report where I will be talking about what I've learned along the process of having my own business with a product. And I will also talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, the downfalls, but also our strengths and where we benefited as well. Enjoy. As far as the marketing decisions that we made, they were our decisions reflected how much money Andrews really spent, to get Able off the ground running. And so the price we started the price of Able in 2015 at $34. And the promotion budget that we started with was $2,000 because we wanted to drive customer awareness to ensure that customers were aware of the product and to ensure that they would choose our product, when they're shopping. And so one thing that I did want to note is that awareness does decay over time, and over the rounds, as our product grew, we lost 1/3 each year as customers forgot about the product. So promotion efforts are subject diminishing returns. And so we based our sales budget off of the price of the product and how much we would promote the product to get good sales. We confirmed our sales budget to be $3,000 in 2015. What I do know is that the sales budget drives accessibility, which examines the questions and how easy it is for customers in the segment to interact with Andrews during and after the sale. Our benchmark prediction was contingent on estimating unit sales, assuming that our product was competing with a mediocre playing field. What that means is just like our product being against other products that are alike with it. It is sometimes used for experimenting with price, promotion, and sales. And so for our sales forecast, we believed that we would sell 100,000 units. And so the best tip that I learned on how to develop a sales forecast was to estimate our sales based on the current market conditions and then developing a best worst case spread like scenario. We didn't know how to do this until later in the rounds in the years, and our gross revenue forecast started at $3,440. This is the price times the unit sales, and it assumes that inventory will be available to meet demand. The variable cost that we decided on was $2,711, which is the material cost plus the labor cost plus inventory carry cost times the unit sales. And the contribution margin forecast, the gross revenue forecast less minus variable cost, which came out to be $689. Our less promotion sales ended up being in the negatives of $4,311, which actually contains the contribution margin minus promotion minus sale budget. Production and HR. The decisions we made for these departments were definitely, they did fluctuate, and they were definitely contingent on each other in various situations. So starting out, the product schedule that we said was at 1,400, which is the number of units we anticipated to build this year in 2015. We didn't wish to buy or sell any this year because we wanted to, well, stocks rather, because we wanted to take time to develop our new product to ensure it was reliable. Our automation rating was projected to be 3.0 for the year 2015, and we somewhat relied on skilled workers to build our product. The accounts payable lag period in days was 30, which means that we waited 30 days before we paid our vendors. And over time, one thing we actually did learn as a company was that the longer the delay, the more likely it is that vendors withhold past deliveries, which, that's pretty bad. Production and HR. The decisions we made for these departments were definitely they did fluctuate and they were definitely contingent on each other in various situations. So starting out, the product schedule that we said was at 1,400, which is the number of units we anticipated to build this year in 2015. We didn't wish to buy or sell any this year because we wanted to, well, stocks rather, because we wanted to take time to develop our new product to ensure it was reliable. Our automation rating was projected to be 3.0 for the year 2015, and we somewhat relied on skilled workers to build our product. The accounts payable lag period in days was 30, which means that we waited 30 days before we paid our vendors. And over time, one thing we actually did learn as a company was that the longer the delay, the more likely it is that vendors withhold past deliveries, which, that's pretty bad. As far as our finance decisions for the year of 2015, the amount of money that we expected to raise this year was $4,460, in which we sold common stock to the public. We didn't wish to spend any more money to purchase outstanding common stock from stockholders, which is why we confirmed such a great amount to the public. We decided that we plan to give shareholders $5 this year as an annual dividend. We gave each shareholder $5 for each share that they hold with our company. If Andrews, our company needed any assistance, we were informed that bankers will loan current debt up to 75% of accounts receivables, which is found on last year's balance sheet, and 50% of this year's inventory. That is actually something I've learned. So, and they estimate this year's inventory by examining last year's income statement. My company, over the rounds and over the years, my company actually did not perform very well. I could go over every single number with you from each report, but the fact is that I learned a lot. I went over a lot of it just a while ago. My time with you guys are actually cut short because my report can be longer than 10 minutes. But what I did want to say is in round three, so in year 2017 or 18, I actually added a new product to my company called Abe. And although I thought it was a good decision because I thought that Able was thriving, that it was just an efficient, reliable product, it actually was a bad idea because I ended up taking out a lot of emergency loans, which I was not aware of. But thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoyed.